$13 and change. We only have a quick 5 minutes or so here, but I do want to show you a product that every home in America needs.
Absolutely.
And we all go to the store and we all buy a regular sponge, and it lasts 2 minutes. It starts to smell. It starts to stink. I never say this, Debbie. You got to buy this. I would not be without my Debbie Meyer GeniusSponge. Tell everybody why.
The reason, first of all, that does look familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course they do.
It smells, it's slimy, it's disgusting, and guess what's growing in it? Horrible, disgusting things. Things like E. coli, salmonella, black mold, all of those things. They are really, really horrible. So, and staph, we've all heard of these things. Well, my sponges inhibit the growth of any and all of those things. When you use my sponge, you may pick up contaminants, but they will not remain on the sponge.
Yes.
Because of the special way my sponge is made and its elements inside, it will actually inhibit the growth of any of those things like staph, E. coli, salmonella, black mold, and many others. So it will always stay soft. The scrubber side will not hold on to anything that you pick up in it as well. If you've ever tried to scrub out scrambled eggs, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's have a look at this little piece of animation that was prepared by the independent lab that did this testing. Now, that would be your ordinary sponge. Now, you see those things? That's what's growing in and on your sponge if you're using an ordinary household sponge.
Right.
Those things are not only on it, they are replicating, they are duplicating. Now, if you switch to my sponge, and this is the simplest thing you're ever going to do, watch, it goes poof, poof, poof. That is simply the things not being able to live on or in my sponge. And that's for the life of the sponge. Now, let's talk about math for a moment. You're gonna get a set of 12. And the bonus buy is making this one incredible deal. But every sponge will hold 22 times its own weight, and it will absorb 40% more than ordinary sponges. But when you buy, you wanna know how this saves you money? When you buy 12 of mine, because every one of my sponges will also last 15 times longer than an ordinary sponge, you're not going to buy this. That's 180 sponges you're not going to have to buy when you simply have 12 of mine, because every one of these sponges will last the equivalent of 15 of these.
This equals this.
Yes, this is what you're not going to have to buy. You do not have to do anything to make the sponge work. You don't have to do anything but rinse it off to keep it clean and new. So like every time you pick up a sponge, you're essentially picking up a new sponge, because nothing is going to be growing on it. So I did a spill there. Now, my sponges work a little bit differently. Ordinarily, you wipe and wipe and wipe and try to soak stuff up. With my sponges, all you simply do is put it down on the spill. You can already see it sucking it up. See it right there?
Yep.
So you just give it a little press. Watch. A little press. Look how much stuff it's picking up.
It is.
And I'm not even moving the sponge around. I would just wipe that. Look at that. It's all in the sponge. You just squeeze it out and start over again. Like I said, the scrubber side is the same material. It will also inhibit the growth of those molds and bacteria, and it will not hold on to food. That's what I'm hearing from most people. What they really love is when you're scrubbing out a pan, it doesn't hold on to those bits and pieces of food that you would find in an ordinary scrubber. You don't want to be thinking about what you're wiping down your kids' high chairs, what you're washing glassware with, what you're washing utensils, your family's things, your kids' toys. Stop. You know what? I'm not a germaphobe. I really am not. But I want to do the best I can with what I have. So scientifically, again, I wanted to develop something that would make it easier, faster, cleaner. I keep every one of these by every sink, even in the bathroom where there's a lot of water. Right. It's in the bathroom. I have them out in the garage because I don't use the sponge in the garage that often. When I go back to it, I don't want to find this. I want to find a clean sponge. Every place in your house that you have water or some kind of liquid, if you use my sponge, you will have a cleaner result. I like to have my home as clean as possible with the least amount of work. I don't want to have to clean these. I don't want to have to put... People would say to me, throw it in the dishwasher, throw it in the microwave. I don't want to have to clean the thing that cleans.
You said it's like using a new sponge every single time you pick it up. If this was something extra, like if we were offering a product that, well, I never buy anything like that anyway, so I'm not buying it, that would be different. But we all typically go and buy regular sponges that end up like this. All I'm saying is, and please trust me and everybody that gave it 5 golden stars, don't buy that. Buy this set of 12 for the lowest price ever with 2 flex pay with free shipping and handling, and try it. It is such a simple product, an easy product, a household essential product, but Debbie has created something that nobody else has done before, and it just makes sense.
And it will stay soft, it will stay scent-free. It has no scent to begin with, so really that I wanted. I didn't need extra smells in my house. And it fits in your hand beautifully. So this is one of my favorite things. I know it's one of Adam's because he's told me about it so many times.
I drive you wild about this.
And look at that customer pick. I mean, really. So go read them. I mean, it's as simple as that.
I mean, they really.
And today you're going to get them home for the most unbelievable with FlexPay.
And if you bought the Debbie Meyer Ultra Light Green boxes, you get $5 off again. So it's unbelievable value.
And you were getting 12.
Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you,
Debbie.
and happy birthday.
Thank you. Did you guess my age? Have you got that piece of paper?
I did.
Oh no.
And I figured.
You should have been very kind to me.
No, wait a minute. I figured that I actually I know I have shoes older than Adam. So I counted the oldest pair of shoes I had, and that's what I came up with.
35. Interesting.
I actually I just had my 30th wedding anniversary, and and I was kind of going backwards.
Yes,
yes.
So. I can't tell you if you won, of course. I will see later on today. Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you
so much. And thanks to my mom if you're still watching.
Oh,
what a
wonderful.
surprise that was.